Nick, good to hear your voice, brother.
Yeah, man.
Nice work on that div, dude.
Hey, man, I feel like I've been to the shooting range and somebody corrected my slapping of the trigger and my groups got tighter.
Right?
Feels good. I was
Yeah.
totally expecting like, no, you're not doing it right. You got the wrong time frame or something.
Yeah, it's not easy at first. Divergence is once you study for a while though, you'll just you'll be able to spot it.
Yeah.
Be able to spot it. But then it's a curse. Like me, I see div and everything. I'll be standing in a crowd and I'll see short people, tall people, freaking. I'm just like, oh, look at the div here. The ground's sloping up, but we got some bull div working. It's just, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I'm going to mute and let you do your thing, my man.
Yeah, me too.
All right, bro. All right. Alpha trading. What do we do at alpha trading? We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. What don't we do? We don't trade on news, and we definitely don't believe the bullshit news. I mean, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but if you don't, at this point, in this day and age, if you don't understand that all news, all media outlets is nothing but propaganda, oh boy. That's a whole nother class I could teach. So I got a little chart up here, right? This is the Alpha Trading Volatility Range Estimator that, as we speak, is being published. So by probably within the next like 4 hours, I'll have that published. So everybody keep an eye on your inbox that is supposed to receive it. You will receive it. Plug this back in, charger up. So I've got the VRE up here. Another good thing about the VRE, like I said before, we've got a lot of people in this Discord that code, create indicators. And so once you join our Discord, our exclusive Discord, and get an opportunity to buy the alpha trading indicators, these certain individuals will notice that you're participating, that you have purchased the indicators, you're asking questions, you're being a productive member. Don't be surprised if you don't get indicators like these deviation levels, the Laplace and the normal distribution, the Laplace and normal distribution deviation levels for current candle and high time frames. And then you can overlay those onto the VRE, which is the volatility range estimator. So you're gonna have one indicator that will have the volatility ranges of price action and the volatility ranges of the distribution, right? So it's very powerful indeed. But the first thing I want to show you, you'll notice I got a little white line here on this 15-minute chart, okay? And if I had a pretty exciting night last night, went out, woo, all you can eat sushi, good sushi too, owned by a Japanese family, powerful. But anyway, so I got like drunk and high off sushi. I got home, I forgot the options were closing. I would have had my alarm clock set for probably midnight my time, maybe get a couple hour nap, wake up. This white line right here is literally when $3 billion in options expired, right? So what does the news want you to believe? Oh, China banned Bitcoin again. That's why we saw a $2,000 dump. Isn't that what all these media outlets are talking about? Guy, it's bullshit. How many times has China banned Bitcoin? How many? Yeah, you can't even count them. It's ridiculous. The one thing China is doing, though, by the end of the day, look what they did to Jack Ma. You kidding me right now? They're going to try to steal everybody's Bitcoin over there, and they want it all under central control. They're going to take all the individual and every individual in China that's got Bitcoin. Watch, they're going to start gathering it up. If anybody thinks China is getting out of Bitcoin or banning Bitcoin, they're not. They're not. They'll get left behind. So when you have $3 billion in options expiring right here, right at it was 0100 hours Pacific Standard Time, 0800 UTC. Okay, you can see literally an hour before those options were getting ready to expire, we had a little pump, right? There was a little fuckery going on here, right? They were going to try to push this up because if that price What did it get up to? 45, 236. If that price would have got over like 47K, which I'm telling you right now, in this last hour, that thing could have pumped like crazy. If it would have got up above $47,000, there are a lot of people that would have got wrecked in options. So look what happened, and it happened right at a perfect time. This yellow cross line right here is right at the center of the monthly volatility range. So some entities tried to pump this price up right when it got here at the monthly center of the monthly volatility range for price action. The bears were just sitting there waiting, and they freaking, as soon as you get that expiration, now there's new options, right? Boom, man, this thing just drops. How many thousands of dollars? About 4K. Actually, it dropped almost $5,000. Okay, now think about what happened right here. So you push the price action down like this. Wham, 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 wham. Say you're buying premium. What a joy! You get this new expiration, right? And you're able to really get down here, and you could have not only saved some money, because the premium on these out of the money calls, like maybe up here at 45K, 44K, dropped a bunch when this price action went down. But you could have literally bought a call option down here around 41K. And now look at the price, right? Now the price is starting to drift right back up. This had nothing to do with China banning Bitcoin for the millionth time. This had everything to do with options, though. That's what people need to realize. Don't ever trade the news. Trade volatility, and there are underlying fundamentals for price action. I'm not talking about for like different projects or cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of this stuff out there. I'm not talking about fundamentals of something like that nature. I'm talking about fundamentals of price. Do you think $3 billion in options expiring is a fundamental of price? Hell yeah, it is, man. Big time. And so is what you do. You know that's getting ready to expire, right? You know those options are getting ready to expire. Prepare for some fuckery. You don't know if it's going to pump or dump. You have no idea what's about to happen, but you know something's going to happen. So you play the volatility. Kicking myself I wasn't awake. Are you kidding me right now? I'll show you the charts in a minute. This move was just all over the place. You literally could have got in on about this second 15-minute candle. That's when all the bells and whistles were going off in my world, right? Get in this trade, get in this short. And right there, you know, oh, this is option expiration. Fuckery. This is going to be a massive move. Man, there was a lot of profit to be made right there. Big time. Got down to what? $40,700. Dropped from 45 to 50. Woo! Powerful. So literally about $4,750 drop. Pretty powerful. Isn't that right? Actually, yeah. Perfect. So yeah, good times. Good times. So where is this heading back to by the end of the day? Well, right now, bulls are trying to push this thing back up into this monthly range for the weekend, right? Let's see what's happening. Is it closed yet? I know traditional markets are closed, and of course, SPY definitely went up just a tad little bit. But look at the VIX dropping again. Look at the VIX dropping again. Until that VIX stabilizes over 20 and starts rising, that's when you know there's a bear market starting. But there's been a lot of fake outs with SPY lately, right? That thing will jump up above 20, go to 23, 24, 25, close to 30. You'll get like a $10, $20 pullback on SPY, and then whoop, in 2 days, there it goes, right back up again. VIX drops back down. So in my opinion, and MJ posted a good article earlier from Hedge Eye talking about exactly this. When you see that VIX drop all the way to about a 10 or 11, something like that, then you know that's about time when that bull market's over. Right, when that VIX drops that low. So just be paying attention. Watch that video. That guy really knows his shit. Would love to talk to him, right? Oh my God, that would be a great conversation. Because that's the whole thing. I guarantee you, he feels the same way a lot of us do. It's like, oh my God, I'm talking to a bunch of sheep. Nobody understands volatility and the importance of it in trading. It's huge. It's huge. It's the only thing that matters. That's why at Alpha Trading we build indicators based on volatility and probabilities and statistics, right? The volatility is going to dictate to you when there is a move getting ready to happen. The probabilities are going to give you a great idea of where that volatility is going to take price action to. And when you learn how to read this volatility range estimator, it changes the game. It changes the game. You will begin to see, we talk about it all the time, these markets are random. They're always random. About 90% of the time, I don't care what market is, they're random. It's Brownian motion, right? So once you learn how to read this, you will see, especially when you learn divergence too, and you realize that it's all random, but what's making the market random? The imbalance in buy and sell pressure, and that's what being able to read divergence allows you to do, is to be able to tell, okay, yeah, the market's random, but look at this did. We're getting ready to get a trend reversal. We're getting ready to get some continuation now. We've got our great entropy indicator. It's going to tell you when it's going to tell you when the price action is coming out of randomness and into trend, right? And you can look at that trend or at that entropy indicator, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Put that on a high time frame and see how often it's in trend. Hardly ever, man. Always random. There's a couple other indicators you have to search out because, I don't talk about those indies anymore. No reason. Our stuff's more powerful. But anyway, to get back to what's happening right now. They're going to try to move this probably back up into the daily range. We'll see. That's about another 1K above. But hell, I mean, we got 3 hours left, right? Almost. It could easily happen. So, like when I said, market's random, right? Market's random. We know options were expiring. The volatility dictated which way price action was going. When you correlate volatility to price action, it gives you direction. Not some of the time, all of the time. I can prove it. It's not even an argument. If somebody wants to argue, it's come on, here, I'll show you. I'll have your mind changed in 5 minutes. I'll show you every volatility indicator we have. I'll show you when there's a volatility expansion or contraction, the breaks in correlation that are going along with that, and it will tell you direction every time. There's not a time it doesn't do it. So you know that volatility is happening. Now you want to go to the probabilities. You want to use the volatility price action ranges as well. Okay, so the price, after we got the little pump right before the expiration of those options, goes to the center of the monthly volatility range. The bears are just waiting right there. They're going to be waiting there again. They're going to be waiting at the bottom of this monthly volatility range at this red cross line. Watch what happens when this price gets up to the bottom right here. You're going to see some action, guarantee it. If the bulls are for real, they will push back up into here. And then it's going to take the bulls to get back up. Here's the top of the monthly volatility range. When you see the bulls get up above there, now they got the rest of this weekly volatility range right here. It's nice and tight. By the end of this weekend, the goal for these bulls is to get this price action up above about, let's just go average it up a little bit, about 47K, right? It's literally $4,000 up to the top side from about 43. Yeah. So good times. But that's what's going on right now. So what stifled price action? Okay. So when we open up the new day, right back here, okay, this blue cross line, that is the first standard deviation normal distribution. This blue cross line, second standard deviation normal distribution, right? You see this white cross line on the top side, this white cross line to the downside. This was the 68.3% probability range for Laplace distribution. Gotten some nice bounces. Where does it come down to eventually and bounce to get this local high right here on the 15-minute? right off of the bottom of the monthly volatility range. I mean, I shouldn't even have to speak about this indicator, especially when you overlay the distribution levels on here. It speaks for itself. This is why we use this stuff. This isn't foolish traditional technical analysis. This is all that matters. It bounces off of the monthly. It goes up to the center of the monthly, dumps down, has a little bit of a stutter step at the first standard deviation on the daily, continues its down move. Look at all the candle closes. Look at all the little bullwicks down here, right? And this green dotted line is the second significant level for this weekly volatility range. Here's the first one. You can see how it along with the bottom of the monthly, it was rejecting price and it bounced from there. So then we come down, the wicks are literally going to the second significant level of the weekly volatility range of price action, but most of the candle closes are right up here by the second standard deviation normal distribution. We get a bounce out of there. Once we got back up above, what is this white cross line right here? That is the daily 95.4% probability level for Laplace distribution. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Been up ever since. Now where are we? Now we're back up inside of the first standard deviation normal distribution, which is the 68.3% probability percentage level on the daily. There's the top, right? So this whole range right here is the 1SD of the daily normal distribution range. Okay. Now let's see what happens here. Are we going to stabilize on this 15-minute above this 1SD? If we do, I'm telling you right now, watch out. We're going to come up here. We're going to test the bottom up here at about 44K. It's going to shoot right back up here and test this range. Look where we just rejected off of. Do you notice all these wicks are always hitting one of these lines? All these lines are literally either volatility ranges for price action or distribution levels either on the 4-hour or the daily. This last 4-hour candle of the day, right? This last 4-hour candle. Here was the opening candle right here, okay? So this is the first standard deviation normal distribution on this last 4-hour candle of the day to the top side, right? Where's the bottoms? Where's the bottom? There it is right there. There's the first standard deviation on this 4-hour candle to the downside. So look right up here. Here's the 2SD normal distribution on this last 4-hour candle. It is literally inside. This is what the bulls are going to fight for right now. They're going to try to get up there and close the day around a little bit over 44K area. They do that, well, it's going to be a good weekend. They want to get back up inside this monthly volatility range. In my opinion, they're probably going to do it. Right? It's just like this would all had to do with options here. This sell-off right here was to get better positions on this new expiration. It's been out, but people, they'll freaking put in new options orders. Guaranteed. Do you know how many? If there's a way, Andy, to look that up on Durabit time-wise to see right around 0400. So that would have been about, let's see, 7 hours behind me, but ahead of me. So that would have been about 9 o'clock, Andy, 9 p.m. your time in the future, if that makes sense to anybody. It confuses me sometimes. So 9 p.m. your time, Andy, try to see how many options positions on Durabit got put on. If there is a way, I guarantee you when this price got down there, people were selling and buying options down there. There's no doubt about it. So let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens the rest of this day for the last 2 hours and 40 minutes. and I'll show you something. Let me back this up one. 6. Some more indicators that are literally, they are free. These aren't for sale, but they are free. And if you show participation in the Discord and you have bought the alpha trading indicators, don't be surprised if these people in the Discord don't recognize that and drop these sweet babies on you, right? Don't be surprised if that happens. Let's see. So where did that wick go? We definitely came down. Really, it barely got by the mean, to be honest. I mean, by about $800. But you can see, so that's like, okay, we drop down, we go all the way to this 99.7% Laplace distribution range to the downside. Then we bounce, we close yesterday's candle here, boom, options expire. We get a dump down here for people to get better options positions in. And now it's pulling back up. Right now, there's a little blue dot right there. That little blue dot right there is this blue cross line, okay? That's why I like to overlay these, and is what I'll do if you do get those indicators dropped upon you. And if you've already bought the alpha trading indicators, it's pretty obvious you are going to be a productive member of the Discord and you want to learn. So what I'll probably do is make a shared chart. I'm going to show you how to overlay these indicators and set them up, but it's going to be pretty easy if I just make a shared chart. You'll have access to the indies, boom, they'll just populate for you. But that's another good thing about alpha trading. We're not here to teach volatility trading. If there's something you don't know how to use in TradingView, ask, right? If there's something you don't know about your exchange or about exchange orders, market selling, limit sells and buys, all that stuff, right? Ask. If you want to ask about stop losses, don't do it. We don't use stop losses. That's the answer you're going to get. Stop losses. We don't use them, but we keep them in our head, right? That's where a good volatility trader never puts a stop loss in the system. A good volatility trader is never actively in a trade unless he is monitoring his position when he is sitting at his workstation. Whether you're trading on your damn cell phone, your iPad, your freaking whatever the hell their little Windows tablets, or your regular workstation with all your monitors. If I'm not sitting right here actively trading, there's a very, very, very rare occasion where I will sit in a position. And you'll know that because if I ever am, I'll tell you, hey, this is a very rare occasion. I am actually sitting in a position. Like right now, if there was something dictating to me in the volatility through all these different time frames as I'm working my workflow down through like a freaking weekly down to a 15-minute, and I'm seeing something that I like, and I think Bitcoin's about to pump 10K, I might sit in along. I really might, right? To give me a break, I can go ride my motorcycle, have some fun. But it's a very rare occasion, right? Because I do like to trade both sides of the coin if the volatility is dictating, right? And everybody over here, bullish, everything's bullish. Woo, options expire, $5,000 down. Really? I mean, it's crazy, right? This is what happens. So you got to be aware of all these things. And the fact that I forgot that those were expiring. I mean, I woke up and I was like, oh, what the hell? That was a nice drop. Why does this shit always happen when I'm sleeping? Damn you. Let me get rid of this white line. Damn it. There you are. Get rid of it. But like I said before, we're here to help you with anything you want. That's what's great about this Discord. So if you join this exclusive community, there's help coming from all directions. Whatever you need to know. Exchange-wise, volatility-wise, right? TradingView-wise. All you got to do is ask, right? You just pack full information. To join that exclusive club, it's $10 a month. You kidding me right now? And this is with inflation, so you're getting a great deal. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let me go to back over here. Let's look at this projection. You know what I want to do? So where is the mean up here again? Let's see, by the end of the weekend, so today's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here is the close on Sunday. The mean of this projection is literally, it's a 48.2. No. Give me 1 second, guys. 49. Oh yeah, that doesn't. I'm like, where the hell is it? Yeah, it's about 49K. I was looking to the right to see if it was populating. It's actually almost 50. I think I talked about it yesterday. So that would be great. You see Bitcoin by the end of the weekend fly up 7K. Woohoo! Go Bitcoin. Now let me turn that off. Let me turn off these projection bosses, and I'm going to leave on projection boss 2, where we can get some nice future, right? Future bars out here. And it's what I want to do. I want to move up. Let me put this on. And let's go to a weekly. Scale this correctly. This should be interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First, I want to start here. Okay. Let's move this baby 10 bars first. Send this to a few days. Oh, I mean, this is why I love this shit, right? I'm mainline volatility, man. Look at this wick. Does this chart speak for itself? Just look where that wick went to and stopped, dead in its tracks. So this is a weekly, right? We open up the weekly candle right here. Now, you can tell immediately when you open up, what is kind of that bias telling you? That you're going to get a down move first. Look how much closer to the bottom side. Now, that's not always the case. A lot of the times, though, this is what you'll see. It opened up the bias was to the downside of the 68.3% range. It exceeded that, right, on that weekly candle. And actually, it looks like it went a little bit past the 0.5 standard deviation level normal distribution, but then pulled up. We start rising, right? It looked like it was making a charge on the weekly to get up here to the top side of the 95.4. We had a little bit of a pullback. So this big weekly candle right here on the pullback, where did that go to? See that little yellow dot right there where that wick got stopped dead in its tracks? That's the 95.4% probability range level of Laplace distribution. Boop, pulled back up right from there. And then what happens? We open up, we drop below the 68.3, but then immediately, and it did. That got right to about the 0.5 standard deviation on the normal distribution. Then we go up. Where does it reject from? That little yellow dot right there. That little yellow dot is the weekly 68.3% Laplace distribution level. Okay? Rejects from there. We open up this new week. We get this pullback because of the options that just happened last night. Look at the wick. Where does it bounce from? Right on the top side of the 68.3% Laplace distribution level. I mean, I don't get it. It's like I'm trying to teach people that, I don't know, eating rotten food is bad for you. It's just crazy. This stuff works, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're doing at Alpha Trading. We're trying to wake people up, right? Think about this. We got a little problem of freedom in the world right now, right? It's all about freedom. Wake up, human beings. Wake up. Trying to take all our freedom away. When you start trading volatility, probability, and statistics, freedom. That little gif of Mel Gibson riding his horse, right? Woohoo! This is what happens. You're no longer being controlled by shitty-ass traditional technical analysis. You have some freedom. You're starting to finally understand how to read a random market. And this is it right here. This is exactly why I wanted to come up onto the weekly. I wanted to see where this wick went to. I was like, woohoo, right? I got all excited because it was almost like I knew it. I knew there was going to be some significance to where this stopped. So not only on this weekly projection did it hit the top side of the 68.3, on the daily, it bounced from the second standard deviation, normal distribution. This is how normal distribution and Laplace distribution work together, right? Along with price action volatility ranges. There's a lot of people out there that act like they know how to trade. They're bullshitting you, especially if they're coming from traditional technical analysis. Are they right sometimes? Yeah. I mean, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, right? But what else? At the end of the day, the blind squirrel can only find about 5% of the nuts he buried. So it's just like it's worthless, fruitless. People don't understand. Then we've got other people out there that, there's people out there that are creating indicators like we are at Alpha Trading. The difference is they don't know how to trade them. That's the huge difference. And so when you get a situation like that, you're going to start to get the losers focusing on the winners. Who are the winners in this case? Alpha Trading's the winners, and the winners focus on winning. That's why we just continue and continue and continue to do what we do. I'm preaching right now. All right, let's get back over here because I want to move this. Now, let's take this back to this big weekly candle here. The really first major dump after the all-time high. Okay, which is 20 bars. Okay, 20 bars. Let's go to it. MJ and Yashi cook up a good title for this bid. I'm on a roll. Well, I mean, this just shows on a weekly. When we got this first dump, look at this wick. After these two weekly candles where the bottom just dropped the freaking heck out of Bitcoin, right? Look at the wick. Where's it bounce from? Right at the 99.7% Laplace distribution level. It's a no freaking brainer. We work hard. We work hard. You can see this nice dump candle right here. And there's a little bud. What is that? Let me see here real quick. Give me a second. There's the 1SD. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the first standard deviation is right under here. So this wick on the weekly came down. First standard deviation, normal distribution, bounced from there. Look at this second wick right here. It actually tried to make it to the second standard deviation. Where did it make it to? The 95.4% Laplace distribution range and pulled up. Then we started closing some weekly candles back in the 68.3% range, launched off of it from that projection, right? That's what happened. And then right here, boom, boom, on this weekly candle, which I've already shown. These are the weekly current level Laplace distribution levels and normal distribution levels. Do you see the yellow dot right there at that wick? Right? That's another thing you didn't see when I had the projection starting from there. Not only did it go down and test the that top side of the 68.3, it hit the current candle 95.4% Laplace distribution range. All this, do I need to show you? Look at this weekly candle right here. Look at this weekly candle. That was a hell of a week. Why? And it left a doji. You guys, holy crap. So it immediately opens up and runs right up to the 68.3% Laplace distribution range. Then where's it go to? Then it dumps down to the 95.4% Laplace distribution range, pulls up, creates a doji. Right? What was that indecision? Whoop, okay, let's go down. What happened here? We open up, makes a little run at the 68.3 right here, then dumps out to the bottom side to the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. Sometimes I feel like I'm just freaking, it's a recording. I should just make a recording and I'll just sit back and trade and just play it. Because I talk about this all the time, why we use this stuff. And I mean, I could take somebody that's been trading traditional TA. That's why I've got one guy specifically in mind. I'm not going to mention any names. The guys that are with me helping us, we're all creating this Discord and these indicators together. They know exactly who I'm talking about. At some point, I would love to drop these two distribution levels on him. No deals, no nothing. Just to see if he starts using them. Right? Because he's got a hell of an audience. It'd be funny as shit, too. Because I know another guy that would literally lose his mind. Right, guys? How do you think that would pan out? Oh, he'd lose his shit. He'd go bananas. Now, let's move this projection back a little more. I want to get a deeper one here. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get my fancy little measuring tool here. Let's go back, and I'm gonna place it right here. Right, we had this little pullback. What did I go down to? Yeah, 29K. Yeah, 29K from, I believe, 43. Yes, 43 back to 29. You don't want to start a projection right here on this doji candle. You want to start it right here. So 34. Let's put this baby on. Whoops, PB2. Where are you? Say 34. Find out. I think that's what I said. Yep, that's what I said. Interesting. So it immediately, on this Laplace distribution, it made a run for the 99.7. Didn't want to do it. It went sideways for a while, came back down. Look at all these candle closes. Look at all the candle closes. Did we get some wicks below? Sure we did. Most of them are hitting some sort of distribution level. But look at the closes. Test of the mean, 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 test of the mean. Fuck, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Then we close a couple below. Doesn't like that. Goes up. Here recently from that projection right there, from the 29K low after the 43K high from the beginning of this run up here, came back or went up, tested the top side of the 68.3, and now it's pulled back again. Right, so this is what I like right here. This could be a really good distribution to project to the end of the year, get some prices. Why? Because it came down. This is telling me that this thing is pretty legit still. It would have been even more legit if we would have got a massive wick down to test this mean, but we're talking that's back around 35. That and then pulled up. Wow, I would have been like, okay. But anyway, let's just throw up a vertical real quick. Let's just get some projection prices. And I could do this from any one of these pivots in price. But we're just going to focus on, boom, there. Man, let's tone that down a little bit. I wanted to make it nice and big to show everybody that's where options expired. Now, let's have some more fun. This is the only time I have fun drawing lines on a chart. Right? Squeeze this down a little bit more, and I'm actually going to change color. Actually, and that was the wrong line. Wonder what was happening. Give me a big fatty. There's your horizontal, right? What color are you, buddy? Red will work. Now let's make an off color so we can see the prices. Let's just go. We'll go orange. Here we go. That's the 99.7% range by the end of the year. There's the 95.4% range by the end of the year. Here is the 68.3 to the top side of that district by the end of the year. Here is, there it is. Oh, wait a minute. Don't. Yeah, that was the top side of the 68.3. My bad. Now let's go to the bottom side of this. Where are you? What the hell? Oh, that's why. That's why. Now, give me a second here. That is interesting. That's what drift will do, man. I push that mean below the bottom. Wow, that's powerful. Here's the bottom side of the 68.3. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put the mean. Here we go. Oh, really? Yep, it printed. Hold on. Boom. Now the 95.4. Because that's what we do. Probabilities are probabilities. When you're projecting a distribution model, you've got probabilities to both sides, right? You got 3 to the top, 3 to the bottom, and a mean. Now they're all. So 99.7% Laplace distribution probability range, $465,000 Bitcoin. 95.4% is at $131,000 Bitcoin. The 68.3% by the end of the year, $54,800 Bitcoin. The mean of this projection is, where's the baby? Yeah, $34,300. The 95.4% to the downside by the end of the year, $15,000 Bitcoin. The 99.7 is a $4,230 Bitcoin. So now's what you ask yourself, what is more probable? What everybody's going to have a different bias by the way they're interpreting their other charts, their volatility on high time frames and whatnot, right? My bias is to the upside. So I'm looking, and I mean, could we end at the mean? Sure, we could. I mean, 34,000 by the end of the year, it's a probability, but I don't see it. These are my three probabilities I'm working off of. So are we going to have right around a $55,000 Bitcoin? We're going to have around 130,000 Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin going to go for the gusto and just melt down the world financial system and have almost a half $500,000 Bitcoin? Could happen. It's a probability. If anybody doesn't think that sometime in the future that Bitcoin's going to be worth this kind of money and even more, I mean, come on, man. Look where all this is heading. So that's how you do the projections. So when you get these YouTubers out there, they're just spitting out future. This is what Bitcoin could be by the end of the year. What? Tell me what you're basing this crap on. That's all I'm asking. I'm not going to put you down. You're already trading traditional technical analysis, so you're a little slow to begin with. So I don't want to add on to that pain. I want you to tell me, if you're out there in YouTube land and you're making some projections, show me what you're basing these prices on. That's all I ask, right? That's all I want to know. And I'm sure the people that are following you would like to know, but you never tell them. There's nothing to base it on. What the hell, using traditional TA, are you going to base that on, right? I mean, there's a couple people I've seen create some moving average indicators that project the moving averages out into the future. Can you trust that shit? No, you can't trust that shit. Moving averages are worthless unless they're log return MAs like Alpha Trading makes. Then they're worth something. So that's good times. Boom. Let's get rid of all that artwork. Oh, that's beautiful too. You want to see something even better? You know what I'm going to do first? Let's throw this on log. It probably already is. It is on log. Good, 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 good. Let's go back. What's this price at? Yep. We'll go back to, it was running up from about 11K. This could be a projection. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. There you go, trading view. Boom. Right back here, 51 bars on the weekly. Dum, dum, dum. Boop. Okay. Here we go, right? So on this weekly, from this run up, right, that the previous week closed down around 10.5. Then we start to run up from $10,000. So where did it end up? It ended up at 65K. Are you noticing anything here, though? This top blue line, to get to literally sustain that, you have a 0.03% chance for this price action to stay outside of this distribution model. Does everybody realize that? So this was a no-brainer. And what else? What else? So you're seeing things like this. There, I guarantee you there was bear div too, right? So you're outside of the 99.7% distribution range. You're printing bear div. What do you think's going to happen? Of course, we're going to pull back. And now this is perfect. And this actually will not be a bad place. And I'm going for the gusto. I don't just want the end of 22. I'm going to see how far we can get this. Just from that, because as far back as you go with this projection, boss, it will project that many bars. I'm going to get everything we can get and get a little vertical here. What time is it? Holy crap. Let's move this baby all the way out to, this is September of 2022, right? So it's almost 2 years out. Actually, from right now, this is perfect. It is 2 years out exactly. So we're projecting out 2 years from right now. We're not going by the actual end of the year, but this is 2 years out. These prices will probably shock you. I don't say shock very often, but these babies are definitely going to shock. Woo-hoo! If I never hear from me again, I'll have my 10-acre bunker built. Let's see. Yeah, I'm only going to go with the top 3 probabilities here because these are ridiculous. We got a $948 Bitcoin down here, $1,010 Bitcoin. You know what? I didn't even any verticals. It gets crowded up here though, right? With all the blue lines because it's also giving you prices for all these blue dots. So let's see. So for these topside probabilities, first let's talk about by 2 years from now, from this projection from the run from 10K, let's say it comes back down and tests the top side of the 68.3. We're talking about a $16,400 Bitcoin. Is that a probability? It is a probability, but in my mind, 2 years from now, does anybody think, I mean, barring we get the meteor come and hit the planet and put everybody out of their misery, I have no idea. I mean, I don't think Bitcoin will ever see those kind of prices again. Right here, 95.4% range. We're talking about a $43,000 Bitcoin 2 years from now. I don't even see that. I don't know about anybody else, barring some madness, right? Now, go up here. Go up to the 99.7% projection up here. Oh, boy. What are we working with? I mean, it's actually only about a little under $200,000 Bitcoin, $180,000 Bitcoin. So it's really not as big as I thought it was going to be. But again, we're talking about a long projection, big time. So what that's really telling me too is this isn't really valid anymore. I mean, all this volatility has changed so much out here. It's incredible. Yeah, it shocked me the other way. I could have swore that was 1.7 million, but no, it's not. Let's boom, boom, boom. I guess that's all I want to do projection-wise on the weekly. I mean, we could bump this up to a month. And this is where we'll probably get some crazy prices. Let's just start this from after the old, what am I looking for here? Measuring tool. What started this world on its downturn, the old scamdemic. Let's go back here to 18 bars. That's only going to project 18 months from back there, so we're probably not going to get a very good read in the future, but it's what I can do. If I don't like what I see, PB. Oh, yeah. Let me see something real quick. Might have to. Let me see if drift is on. Nope, drift is off. Maybe. I don't really think it's going to populate, and it's because we're on a monthly. I'm on the index. Yeah, we're going to have to use the other PBs, which is fine. That's why we have them. Boom, because we can project the price. Now let me check one more time. How many candles back was that? 18. Let's shut you down. Let's turn all you fancy fellas on. I'm going to have to put the override on. Give me 1 second. I think that's what it is. I'm losing my mind right now. Just drift off. Yeah, it's not. Oh, wait a minute. Send me back. Yeah, it's not going to populate. There's just not enough. There's not enough history for it to populate. You got to use PB2. Got to use PB2. Okay, well, that's all good. mean, you can see though. Here, I'll show you how good this thing works. Let's turn PB2 back on. I've showed this one. First thing I need to do though is another great function here. Let's go back to distribution. Let's turn off by drift. Now, what do I want to do with this? I want to come back to September of 2015. What happened September of 2015? That's when Bitcoin started its run up from $230 to $20,000. Anybody in here remember all that fun stuff? 73 bars. Just so I can show you something. I've shown this before several times, the power of these distributions and why we stopped at 20K, why we bounced at 31, why the scamdemic dump stopped at 38. First, let me get on the stream chat since we got a little time left. Make sure I don't answer any questions. Yeah, you got to sell those shitty shiny rocks, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you. Gold is worthless at this point. If people don't understand how manipulated the metals markets are, I don't know what to tell you. It's just like buying ETH. There's no supply limit. They can mine this shit forever. Hell, they're talking about trying to mine asteroids and all kinds of crazy shit. Say, Ron, yeah, you won't know that until you get closer to expiration and see how many options are out there. Yep, there you go. Good article there from Telegraph talking about below 46. Yep, Scarlet's gone. Cool. All right, yeah, nothing. Good. But those of you that are watching, maybe for the first time on YouTube, why do we use this, right? Bitcoin's at $230, makes a run up, rejects off the top of the first standard deviation normal distribution, makes another run at it, nukes through it this time, goes on this, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 9-month run to 20K, right? 9-month run to 20K. So first off, take a quick peek where the wick went to, right? Where'd the wick go to? Where'd the wick reject from? Right there at 20K. That is the third standard deviation normal distribution. That's what that is. Why do I got that little dot there? Oh no, I'm seeing things. Jesus, must be my floater. I thought the little black dot I was seeing was a freaking floater or a mark on the screen. So yeah, you can see the wick went right to the third standard deviation on the monthly candle. That is one hell of a powerful move right there. Then it's also a rejection off the second standard deviation on this projection. Then we get the downturn. Everybody's like, oh, Bitcoin's going to zero. I'm sure fucking somewhere around here China banned Bitcoin. So China bans Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to -$1 million. If you own one Bitcoin, you owe the blockchain $1 million. Easy going, right? I'd be absolutely screwed. Let's see here. Look where it bounces. Look where the low at 31 bounces right off the top side of the first standard deviation. Makes the run to 14K. Where does that wick go to? The 95.4% Laplace distribution range on the monthly. Pulls back. Then right around here somewhere, we have the biggest, when all the truth comes out about the bullshit that's happening in the world right now, if it ever does, people are going to be pretty shocked how duped they got. But we get the pullback, right? Down to $3,800. Closes up above. First standard deviation, run up to 65K high. Bam, bam, bam. Now, I don't know. Does any part of this look bearish, really? Anybody? Does any part of this chart look bearish, for crying out loud? Let me turn on PB2. Goodness gracious. I mean, that's just beautiful. Did we have some pullbacks? Yeah, we had some pullbacks. That people will be like, oh, it's a bear market. No, it's just volatility, man. That's all it is. That's in my opinion. There's no bull markets. There's no bear markets. It's volatility, contracting and expanding, and correlation breaks. That's all this is. It's a random market. This baby's in a random market, though, just loves going to the upside. So this could get huge. This could get huge. And we don't have much time left in this month. Let's see what some of these monthly levels are. Even if we get up to the first or the 68.3 Laplace distribution by the end of this month, Bitcoin's at about 56K. All right, what is it exactly? 56,366. Right now, we're below the literally the 68.3% to the downside on the monthly. It was at 47,583, right? So we get up above there. You can maybe by the end of the month look for that push up to the top side. But you know, you've got the 95.4% Laplace distribution. You got almost an 81,000 Bitcoin. Crying out loud, up here it's $136,000 Bitcoin at the 99.7 on the Laplace distribution on this monthly. So yeah, interesting. But this is why we use all this, right? This is why we use all this. Even these monthly candles all over the place are just nailing these distribution levels. Pretty powerful. Pretty freaking powerful. All right. Have I even been on this chart all day? I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Okay, what is even price at? 43? Yeah, see, I mean, they're trying. You know what I want to do? Let's go to an hour. First, I'm going to go to an hour because we got about 2 hours left. Let's see what these charts are looking like. We're actually, the hourly chart right now is having an outlier, right? The variance is having an outlier. That's what this pink is, right? It goes from white to pink. What is an outlier telling you? There's a fat tail event in progress. Fat tails, they're dancing on the bar, okay? Positively correlated. So you can see as soon as that baby went positively correlated, the variance turned up. These last few hours, Bitcoin's just been going up. What else is happening right now, though? You've got some bear div printing, right? It's only printing on the returns oscillator. Z-score looks pretty damn healthy. But here's another thing about the returns oscillator. There actually is a little bit of a blue histogram building. What is this blue histogram on the Wolfsbane? It is the R squared between returns and price action. The R squared is the coefficient of determination. It's built into the word determined. It's determined, right? So what is it doing? It's telling you whether or not the correlation between returns and price action is increasing or decreasing. Blue histogram means it's increasing. Pink means it's decreasing. But you can see right here, when we had this little pullback right here, right? Boom, boom, boom. Look at the bull div that built on the the RSI, the Z-score. My bad. But even look on this hourly chart. I was going to show this earlier. It's on every damn time frame. 4 hour, 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute. Look at this outlier during this down move right here, right? Look when you lose the outlier. When does the variance turn around and start to head back to the downside? Right at the bottom of that wick. Where else is that wick hitting? It's hitting the second standard deviation band on these deviation bands. So there's a lot going on right here. A big time. Actually, this print right here, right? Lower high on price action, higher high on the returns oscillator. This 3 hour move to the downside, that was just continuation divergence. That was hidden bear div playing off of this down move. And let's see here from up here. Boom. Yep, there's where it's at. Maybe. Let's see. That's where it's at. From this down move right here, that's where the bull div, and it's perfect too, because we did get a little print. But like I said, I want to change some parameters on this algorithm. It's printing this divergence here. We get it to do a little better job. We'll work on that. But yeah, there was bull div, and these last 4 hour candles were right up off of. Powerful, man. Powerful. What was I talking about earlier? Let me go on to, let me put this on. Boom. It's the monthly. It's not going to print. Weekly. Yeah, there's another indicator that really shows how much more randomness there is. And you can see a lot of the time, although there was some good moves here, right? You can see the right here on the run up to, that was the run up to, yeah, 20K right there. You can see how Bitcoin came out of randomness into trend, all right? Same with the move here to 65K, came out of randomness into trend. Let's see something real quick. But yeah, a lot of the times it's random, right? Every once in a while you get that, you'll get this drop. It'll show you that price action's going into trend. A lot of the time though, it's random. It's pink candles. All right. And I do not believe I'm going to be able to do a stream Monday or Tuesday. So guess what? It's going to be a weekend party time. I'm going to do one on Saturday and I'm going to do one on Sunday. So joy to the world. We'll see who shows up. Yeah, I'm playing golf on Tuesday, dentist appointment on Monday. Very wonderful. The guys I played last week, you know, people hate when they got to give money to the one-eyed tattoo guy playing golf. You'd be amazed what that does to some people's egos. It's pretty amazing. Funny shit. Let's see here. Is there anything else before I sign out of here? The daily. I mean, actually on the daily, the returns are actually losing correlation with price action. If we get a big weekend, you're going to see this returns oscillator probably bounce off the zero mean here, go back up to the upside and see some blue histograms start to build. You will also see, you can already see correlations to the upside. We get a big move here coming up, and like when this daily candle closes, you'll probably see this variance turn back up, maybe have an outlier. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But like I said, I mean, there's still from back here returns and Z-score from that big, that $10,500 day to down here. There was bull div. That's why we're getting this play up. So that's when you start dropping out through time frame, see if there's any continuation divergence, those types of things. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're watching Alpha Trading for the first time on YouTube, you know, you might get a little confused at first, not understand what we are talking about. It's simple. We're talking about volatility, probability, and statistic trading. It's not traditional technical analysis in that sense, right? We're not using moving averages or RSI or stochastics or any of that worthless crap that people get programmed into using to lose money to the high frequency trading firms that are programming their algorithms using volatility, probability, and statistics. At Alpha Trading, we trade with the smart money. We don't trade against the smart money. Do you know what these big firms call you retail traders? They call you the dumb money. There's a reason why 90% of traders lose 90% of their count, and I've changed this up within 30 days. The 90-90-90 rule is accelerating down to about 30 days now because people are doing even more dumb things these days. Very inexperienced traders. A lot of younger kids coming in, trading for the first time, using leverage, things of that nature, and they're just wrecking their accounts. So there's a reason why. Because you're trading against the smart money. Good luck. That's all I can say. If you want to do it, that's fine. Because I trade with the smart money, and the smart money needs people on the other side of their trades. That's why once you realize what we're doing here at Alpha Trading, and specifically in the Discord, you'll realize these are some good people, man. Why are they even sharing this stuff? Why would they go out of their way to try to teach me how to do these things when apparently they need people on the other side of their trades? You know what the great thing is though? There'll never be a shortage of people. They'll always be there. And that's what we just love. And so that in a nutshell, just rewatch the vids. We're populating our YouTube channel with a bunch of new videos again. We've got some educational videos, the Discord. If you come in to join the Discord, it's going to cost you $10 a month. Think of it as an access pass to be able to get the opportunity to see all the educational material we've put together, to get the opportunity to interact with our community of volatility traders, right? It's small right now. There's about 50 people in here, right? There was a lot more. We got rid of a lot of dead weight. We want people to interact. That's why. Take it serious. If somebody's going to pay $10 a month, they're going to come in. You're also going to get the opportunity to see about the indicators we are offering you to use. There's not many people out there that are offering these indicators to retail traders, right? I'm sure there's hits on my life from hedge funds and other people that are doing this stuff. They hate people like us. But at the same time, they know there's never going to be a shortage of dumb traders out there, right? Just wasting money, giving it up to the algos. And that's all we're doing here. We're jumping on the freaking tails of these big algos and we're riding with the smart money. That's what these indicators allow you to do, to see what the smart money's doing. How are they trading? So all that being said, subscribe to the Alpha Trading YouTube channel. You want to know when we put out videos because there's a ton of good information in it. Hopefully it spurs you along to come join the Discord. If not, that's fine. Learn in the videos. And once you learn the basics, maybe then you'll want to come into Discord, right? That's fine. And we're not telling you if you come into the Discord, you even have to buy the indicators. You can just come in, interact in the community, get your feet wet, see what everybody's talking about, see all the charts people post all the time, see the power of our indicators. And then maybe at some point, you'll be spurred along to buy some alpha trading indicators. That's great. If you see something in the videos that you like, give us a thumbs up. And as usual, I want to thank everybody watching live in Discord. You guys are great, growing all the time. And with all that being said, wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. I will see you tomorrow. I will post in the Discord what time. It might not be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I will have a stream Saturday and Sunday because I'm missing Monday. See you guys.